What's up, everybody? I'm back for another interview, and I've got another Kylie on with me. This time I've got rising California country star, Kylie Trout. I'm so happy to have her on here. Kylie, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me today.
Of course, I'm really looking forward to getting this on the road. We're going to talk about your new song, American Summer. Came out last month. Well, we're in the middle of July right now, and I just want to know what the inspiration behind the song was, and what's your kind of American Summer?
Awesome. Yeah. So it's funny because I actually wrote this song about 3 years ago with my good buddy, co-writer I write with all the time, Jason Hamer. And my old guitarist, actually, his name is Dalton Baird. And the inspiration was just like, let's get together. Let's write a cool, upbeat summer song. Like, this is going to be like the summer anthem that we write. And then we wrote it and we played it live, and I went out to Nashville and I recorded it, but we kind of sat on it and I never released it. And then last year, towards the end of the year, I went back out to Nashville and I re-recorded it because me and Jason, we tweaked some lyrics. Because, over time when you sit with songs, you're like, I could do this better. Like, I can do this better. We can change this. So we did that, recorded it. And then, throughout last year, 2020, like everybody knows, crazy year, first summer, we were all locked up. Like everybody was scared to go out. Like we couldn't really go out. So I felt like this year was just, we're kind of getting out of that. We're transitioning. And it's, this is our summer. Let's get it back, because we didn't really have one last year. So we released it this year, and I feel like it was just like perfect timing. Get back out there, cool song to vibe with in the car with your friends, and river trips, going to the beach and all that. And my kind of American summer, I guess, I'm from Southern California, so I go to the beach a lot. So that would definitely be part of my American summer. And I used to go to the river every single year, so that's another part of my American summer. And barbecues, hanging out with friends, just that good old stuff.
Hey, I mean, there's nothing like the summer months. It's just great.
Yeah, exactly.
Like last year was just terrible.
Mm-hmm.
No fun at all. But
Nope.
I got another question for you regarding just summer. Like, what are your top 5 favorite vacation spots?
That's a tough one. I would say definitely the beach. Any beach, don't care. I love the beach. And going to the river, that's always so much fun. Like me and my family used to go with our grandparents every year, and we go wakeboarding, tubing. That's like those are just one of my favorite things to do. Um, I went to I went to the Bahamas a few years ago, and that was like magical. It's so beautiful out there. So I would say there for sure. Um, and I would like to go to like Scotland. I've always wanted to go to Scotland, so I feel like that would be like a dream vacation. How many is that for? I think
Yeah,
that's four.
I think it's 4.
And then a fifth. Um, Honestly, like I want to go to Florida. I've been to Florida a little bit when we went to the Bahamas, but we only stayed there like one night. So like I would love to just go to Florida. It's beautiful there. My grandpa's from there. Um, he lived there for a while. But yeah, I'd want to go to Florida.
Sounds like a fun time. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to do there. But Scotland, that's
Yeah.
that's a really cool place. I mean, the cliffs, the castles, just
Mm-hmm. And
unreal.
it probably sounds funny. I like saw this picture like years ago, and it's like always stuck in my mind. And it was like in Scotland, and there was a bunch of like fluffy cows. And I just like want to go see that, like the majestic fluffy cows. That's like always been on my bucket list.
I know exactly what you're talking about because 2 years ago, before the pandemic, I mean, I was probably like 6 when I first saw the picture. Like, I'm from the north, so we don't get those, the Spanish oak trees with like the moss hanging down in the south.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I saw that picture and I was like 6. I have to see this. It took me
Have
until
to.
2019. I finally saw it for the first time. I was like, oh
Mm-hmm.
my God.
Oh.
It was, that's how you're going to feel in Scotland.
Right, right. When
Fluffy
when I
cow.
see the fluffy cows.
But let's talk about where you're from. So you're from California. There's a big mix of different country singers from there.
Yeah.
Traditionalists like John Party. You got the modern scene like Cam, Brett Young. And then you got the old guys like Glenn Campbell. Merle Haggard. So I know you're an old soul. Let's just talk about how you got into country music, some of your biggest influences, and who are some of your favorite older country singers and modern.
Yeah, so country music has always been a huge part of my life. You know, probably a lot deeper than other people who listen to country. I actually grew up with my grandparents for the first 8 years of my life. Um, and country music was really honestly just like my saving grace. A little backstory. I haven't seen my biological mom since I was 4 years old. And that was really tough for me growing up. That's why I lived with my grandparents. You know, my dad was single dad trying to work and provide and just make, a better life for me. And I felt like I felt super alone most of the time just because, I'd go to school and I'd see like other kids with their parents and they'd be like, where's your mom? Like, why are you always with your grandma? And that's really hard for a little kid growing up because it's like, you know, like what do you say to that? Like, I don't know. Like, I just don't have my mom. Like, this is my life. Like, in everybody's life and family situation is different.
Mhm.
And so I really like clung to country music because it told stories and it just made me realize that, other people have so many different things going on in their lives that we don't know about. And it makes you remember that you're not alone. Kelly Pickler was one of my huge influences growing up because she has a similar story where her mom wasn't in her life. And she has a song about her mom. And that song just really, like I said, like made me realize I'm not alone in this. And I thought it was so great how people and her could write their stories and share them with other people to make, them relate with that situation and feel better. So that was always my goal throughout writing and singing. Luckily, I was blessed with a gift from God, and I'm able to do that. So super, just grateful for that. So that was how I got into country music. And I would say some of my influences, like older country. My grandma had always put on George Strait, Toby Keith. Those are like my favorites growing up. Toby Keith especially. His album, Big Dog Daddy, the title track, Big Dog Daddy was like my song when I was little. I didn't even know what it meant, and I would just like dance to it, like jump up and down, knew every word. I love Toby Keith. Um, who else? Martina McBride was another huge. Oh, I love her. I would like cry to like Concrete Angel. Um, and then Carrie Underwood has always been a huge idol of mine. Like, I don't even have to say anything about that. She's just literally amazing. And then I always forget about Taylor Swift when she was country. Back then, she was like, I wanted to be Taylor Swift. Um, and then like now I listen to a lot of Kelsey Ballerini. I think her songwriting and her voice is great. Devin Dawson, my California
Another
my
Cal.
California resident, um, yeah, I listen to a lot of different people. Everybody has their own like inspirations that I like to look at and take out of that.
I mean, I think it's a great mix. Just
Yeah.
names up there. I mean, fun fact: Martina McBride was my first country concert. So
Oh my gosh, jealous. So jealous. She's amazing.
it was a small venue too, so it was really cool.
That's
But
awesome.
uh, so I know you're planning to put out your debut EP. Do you have any expected date for when that should be out? Will be in 2021.
So we don't have a date as of right now. I would just say um later in the year. I need to get back out to Nashville and record. Throughout quarantine and everything, I've had so many songs just like written and tucked away just because I like couldn't get out to Nashville. So yeah, I have a handful of songs that I'm so excited to put out and just like show people like what I've been through and like who I am, and hopefully, people can relate to that.
Yeah,
But yeah.
that's what's great about country music. I mean, just being able to tell your story. I love the
Yeah.
story aspect of country music, and I don't know what you think. I just feel like it's been absent in recent years, and it kind of just needs to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah. Well, I got you. You got to listen to my EP when it comes out because I got some stories.
All right. I'm excited. I know everybody out here watching is excited. Uh, Before we go, I thought we'd talk about a little performing. What do you got planned for this summer? and into the fall?
So I'm actually opening up for the Marshall Tucker Band at the end of July, which I'm so excited about. It was scheduled for last year, but because of COVID and everything, got postponed. But so excited that it did get another date, and we're doing it. That'll be at the Canyon in Montclair. So if you're local, you should show. You should show up. Um, and for 20 years of 9/11, we're going out to Kentucky to perform for military families, which I'm so excited about. Bringing the whole band out there, and hopefully scheduling, more more shows out in Nashville. Do a little tour around then. I want to do like a tour to like Arizona and just like surrounding states around California as well. So hopefully we can get all that. And yeah, we'll see. Keep it all updated.
I mean, if you just say Kentucky, I know one of your dreams is to play the Grand Ole Opry. Maybe everybody out there watching,
Yes.
tag the Opry in the comments.
Yes, tag the Opry, please. Oh my goodness.
But yeah, that's all we got for this one. Everybody out there watching this, make sure to go follow Kylie on all of her social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, wherever else she's available. Go stream her new song, American Summer, and get ready for the EP because it's coming soon.
Yes.
I don't know how soon, but it's coming, and it's going to be great.
Yes, me too.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Kylie, thank you so much for joining me. It's great to have you on here, and we'll see you.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
Of course. All right. Bye, guys.